go dark.
What?
Hi there. I'm Mike Morales. You are watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff for 2021 on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our platforms. I am sitting here in the heartbeat of California. That gentleman out there is?
I'm sitting in my bar. I'm David Dinius. And I'm in Newport News, Virginia.
I'm sitting in my bar. I am not. I feel the heartbeat or an earthquake.
Newport News, Virginia.
Yeah, well, you know. Now, first of all, Happy New Year, Dave.
Why, thank you. Happy New Year.
2021, man. Boy, 2020 sucked, didn't it?
It sure did. Let's hope 2021 is much better.
I know, yeah. Geez, I remember when we had to wear masks everywhere. we couldn't hang out with friends, and oh my God.
Yep.
Actually, we're taping this at the end of October, but you're not going to see this till 2021. So hopefully by that point, we're not doing this anymore. Okay.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Yeah. Keep our fingers crossed. Okay.
Yep.
Dave and I.
Yep.
The distinct pleasure of taking on a brand new tequila. You can see the box of it behind him. It's called Baja Billy's or Baja Billy. Baja Billy. Look at that. Now there's a story behind. I guess Baja Billy himself. We have no last name.
Nope.
Baja Billy is does a lot of off-roading. The company is based. Let me grab my box here. The company is based in Colorado.
Colorado, yep.
And let's see. We have two varietals, two expressions. We have the Blanco that we're going to try tonight. And
make sure I got the Blanco.
yeah, make sure you get the Blanco because the other one is an Añejo Cristalino. All right.
They look a lot alike.
Yeah, they're in blue bottles. You know, blue is the dominant color for the brand. First of all, I want to thank Baja Billy for making this happen. It was really cool.
Yes.
It made it happen really right away. So, oh, look, man, champagne bubbles. Look at that.
You've been trying theirs.
Yeah, well, there's a reason I tried it. They subscribe to our newsletter and are very interested in being featured in our magazine. So and I had these delivered to the new location here, the family home here in SoCal. So I to be honest, I did try it, but I didn't tell Dave. Dave, you're just breaking the seal off of yours.
I did. I just broke the seal. That's nice and fresh. I just took the cellophane off because I have trouble getting that off.
Yeah, you know, I did a tasting with Rick the other day that you won't see until 2021, and he struggled with that plastic, you know, for like 5 minutes until he finally said, "Okay, let me use some scissors," you know, or something. Okay, so before we get into the particulars, we're going to use the Stasso Jarrito for tequila.
Yep.
And we're going to pour it first. I want to make sure I got the right one here. This is the Blanco. Then we're going to go into
that's the Blanco.
Yeah, you can see the logo there. It's a looks like a monster truck, but it's a Baja.
It's a Baja truck.
For those of you who understand off-road racing, you understand that there's a Baja 1000, which
yep.
The last person that I knew who was doing that was Jim Riley, who at one point was an owner of a Zunia. So nice. That was the first time I was exposed to any off-road racing because I'm not an off-road follower, but apparently it's a big deal. So
yeah, it is a little bit of a big deal. Where I grew up, we had the Frontier 500 used to always go there, and it's like going from Vegas to Reno or something like that, all off-road. So that was pretty cool to watch that stuff come through. So
that's crazy stuff. Driving past El Paso on my way here to Southern California in my U-Haul. There's places to off-road. There's like sand dunes or something somewhere beyond El Paso, in between states, between them and Arizona.
Right.
And it's huge. I'm surprised that people can actually find parking because there's RVs and there's dune buggies and off-road, vehicles of all kinds. So I figured it was a big deal. Anyway, we poured this. My lighting here isn't the best, but I'm working on fixing that. As a matter of fact, let me turn this light on here. Wow, that's some pretty legs and tears.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they are.
Wow, that's very clean. Holy cow!
It is really clean, shiny.
Yes,
As you
shiny.
and Alex like to say.
It's shiny. The legs and tears are sheeting nicely on off the glass.
Yeah.
So
I'm not getting the tears you are. Oh, they're coming.
Yeah.
They're taking a while.
Can you even see the tears on camera?
I can see them.
Yeah.
I can see them.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. We're always at the mercy of the internet, so sometimes our picture is not the clearest because internet service providers.
Yep.
But we get as close as we possibly can. Let's see what it smells like. Let's see. Oh,
smells like agave.
Wow. There's a heavy like lime zest or citrus kind of a nose to it.
Yeah, definitely citrus. It's what, green agave?
Yeah.
Big green agave.
We'll give you more particulars on the distillery just in a short minute here. Oh, I'm even getting a little bit of alcohol, and I've had mine open for a little bit, but like right in the center, just a touch.
Yeah, there's not much there at all.
No. Well, a lot of people complain about this alcohol burn. I'll tell you what, if you have a little bit of alcohol, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
The alcohol burn could be two reasons. One, it could have to do with distillation, or two, it could be because your tequila wasn't kept at room temp. Sometimes they have to open up at room temperature because it's like wine.
Right.
Once it stops being agitated in the bottle, it tends to really settle down. And some tequilas take longer than others. So
mine's been sitting for what, a week or so now.
Yeah.
Sitting there chilling. Not chilling, but chilling.
Well, yeah, because you make sure you didn't put it in that wine fridge behind you. In the wine.
No, it was in the cabinet below it.
We have out here, so I like it. It's really cut and dry. It's green. Yeah. It's lime zest. I love the way it looks. It's just.
There's nothing spoiling that.
No. It's a very
clean is the best description there.
Yeah. It's very clean. Okay, well, let's give it a shot here. Let's try it.
Good.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got more of that. I got a baked agave. I'm not sure what their process is, if they're baking or autoclaving.
Yeah, it's a little bigger. I mean, right. Yeah.
But that's mid palate to the finish. That's when I sensed it, and then retronasally I got it, and it's like, wow.
And the finish is staying up on the front of my tongue. It's not. I mean, I can feel it down my throat.
Yeah.
But I can also it's staying on my tongue there. It's like.
So would you say it's got like good structure, good body? It's got a good mouthfeel.
Yeah, it does. It does have a nice mouthfeel.
Wow. This would be great in a Paloma. It'd be great on even soda, tequila and soda. If you lean in that direction. This is but you know what? It's got a lot of character though. It's not
right.
It's only one-sided, but it's really not. It's just a substantial tequila.
Yeah. I agree. It's
I even get a little bit of just a hint in the retronasal of anise. that I sometimes get in other tequilas, like a real light licorice, but
Right.
very very light. But it's there. In fact, I got it on my first pass.
I'm not really getting too much of that. I'm
No,
getting
it's not. It's very
the
faint.
nice agave right now.
Yeah, but the baked and cooked was really nice.
Yeah.
That was an eye opener because it's not often, you know. Well, I mean, unless they're using stone ovens, because you know that right away, because
Right.
that hits you right at the beginning of right at the front end of your palate, and it continues all the way through. In this case, I didn't get that until mid palate to the rear on the finish. And
Right.
that finish that's a medium to long finish, man.
If I remember right, another one that came out of that distillery, the 1824,
Mm-mm.
kind of resembles that one too.
Tell people what the gnome and the distillery is.
The gnome is 14.99, which is Casa Tequileria de Arandas.
Ah, that makes all the sense in the world. So,
It's a little
we had
island.
right, we had Don Sueños comes out of there, right?
Los Sueños, 1824, like I mentioned, 1921, rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
One that used to be made there, my first review, my first official review, me Maria Bonito.
Ah, Maria Bonita.
Bonita. Sorry, Bonita.
Yeah. Is it not being made there anymore? Did they
It's
leave?
not being made anymore.
Wow. Wow.
So
It's probably still on the shelves somewhere.
it's
Well, I
got to
mean,
be some.
hey, I really, really like this tequila. It is this is a substantial tequila. The distillery is what? Arandas?
Around us, yes.
Okay. This is the one that it's one of the distilleries that is Jose Aceves uses frequently. It's one of his two or three preferred distilleries where we interviewed him on Open Bar. He's responsible for Penta. I think Penta's made at this distillery, is it not?
I
Penta
I
tequila?
don't know. There was more. It might have been.
Okay, bear with me here, folks, because I'm going to check. Because Penta was a Brand of Promise nominee for 2020. If you're following us in 2021, we will already have announced the winners of our Brands of Promise. But since we're taping this in
Yes, Penta. Yes.
Penta, it is being made there. Okay,
It is.
all right, good. Penta was really an unusual brand because it's made by the partners are three winemakers, and so they used that distillery, but they rested them in wine barrels. And wow! And if we know if Jose is involved, if he's the master distiller of this particular brand. I'm not sure. I don't know, but he has developed a particular way of filtering out, of making a Cristalino, and we'll discuss that when we get to the Cristalino.
Okay.
What do you think, Dave? What do we look at? Is this a Brand of Promise nominee for you?
Yeah, it's a Brand of Promise nominee.
Right here, man, in the Blanco category. You got to have. We got to get the guys some.
Yeah, you gotta get
ice cream sticks.
Yeah, I like it. What about packaging? Are we still doing that?
Well, yeah, of course. Do you like the packaging? We can.
I like it. I like it.
You like that monster truck and the
I
girl?
like the truck and the girl on top. Yeah.
The girl reminds me. You ever when you drive long distances, you often see the mud flaps on the back of 18-wheelers, semi trucks, and it's that girl, right?
Yes, it is.
It's always the shadow silhouette of the girl. So, yeah, let's just nominate them for Brand of Promise in the packaging category, Brand of Promise nominee in the Blanco category.
Yep.
Baja Billy, this is a really interesting. Let me read you some of the quick information on them. If you're looking to get them, to try them, this is their motto. They sent us some really cool information here. Their motto is Rev Up. And there's a whole story behind it that we'll get to shortly. But apparently they're available right now in Colorado, Florida, Arizona, and their plans to expand. Of course, COVID put a stop to some of that expansion, probably, but
Yes, probably.
they're going to be in your old stomping grounds, Nevada,
Yeah.
Southern California, South Dakota, and Texas, my old stomping grounds. So look for them probably sooner than later. They, I'm totally impressed. You know, the story is interesting because they have a story. If I have time to read this, ours led to their story says every team that races in Baja has a story. Ours led to a nearby village where our new friends live. Together, we celebrated the triumph of freeing the truck. I guess their truck got stuck in the silt.
Yeah.
They went looking for help, and I guess now they have the stories in the back on the label as well. But they apparently they were sharing some tequila, and somebody pulled out a tale of their century-old family recipe. It's another family recipe, folks.
Another family recipe. We love them family recipes.
You know, whoever that family is, I want to be related because this was excellent.
They're making some good tequila.
Yes, they are, and it's coming out of a very reputable maquiladora. They're a small to mid-size. They got several good brands coming out of there, some really solid brands. If they're working with Jose Aceves, I'm sold because we do have several tequilas that have come out of there that have been really just superb.
Yeah.
And anyway, Brand of Promise nominee. I'll read you his business card when we do the Cristalino, but that'll be we'll do that when we do the Cristalino. That's our take on Baja.
Suggested retail.
Oh,
suggested retail. $49.99 right now.
Wow, that's just for the Blanco, huh?
That's just for the Blanco.
But you know what? All day. This is a good Blanco. It's
a good Blanco.
I think that the character of the Blanco will stand up to sodas, cocktails, even ice if you were to go that route. But
a nice sipper.
Yeah. We really thoroughly enjoyed 1824. We love 1921.
Yeah.
Don Sueños. I think you and I didn't do Don Sueños, but the flavor profile of the Blanco is very similar.
Yeah, I think I have a bottle of it that you guys took down to
Mammoth.
Yeah, no, not to Mammoth. El Cholo.
Yeah. They were on one of our tours, the El Cholo Tequila tour. I think it was our West Coast swing that we wound up in. We wound up at El Cholo's in Pasadena, and also we did Mammoth together. Last year a lot of that stuff was shelved because of COVID.
Yep.
We're hoping this year in 2021 we'll be able to drink with you guys again. That would be nice. Anyway, that's our take on Baja Billy. Stick with us. We've got the Cristalino coming up shortly, but that's our take on Mike Morales here in Southern California. That gentleman out there is
Dave Dinius. I'm in Newport News, Virginia.
You have been watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our platforms. Please subscribe wherever you comment. You can follow Dave on his personal Instagram. He's also got a Twitter account he never uses. On the other hand, you can follow us everywhere. We're like a virus. Excuse me.
Yep.
But you don't have to wear a mask. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're listening to us on a podcast, subscribe there as well. And whatever you do, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.